going to upload this to YouTube. And nobody can stop me. It's up to me to decide. Okay, I decided. That was it. That's all I had to do. That was all of my decisions. All right, so it's this team right here, not the other team right there. Yes. Yes, that team. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the New York Empoleon's week semifinals battle of the DDL. We are here this week taking on Rose, a Rosary God, coach of the team that I'm facing right now, which I do not remember the name of. Las Vegas Rotoms. We faced them earlier this season. Obviously, we faced everybody earlier this season. Every playoff battle is going to be a rematch, but they have made some changes to their roster since then. We faced them back in week 5. This is the overall 1 seed in the entire league, so we have our work cut out for us. As you see on the screen, these are the mons we're bringing with us. Hope you're all excited. I'm excited. Let's get this started. It's been a long time coming to get back into the semis. So, Donphan, Iron Jugulus, Azumarill, Armarouge, Baxcalibur, and Goldango. So no Tauros is cool. No Webs is cool. I'm good with that. So Donphan's a little bit spooky. It does set up rocks, and rocks are kind of annoying because one of the things that Staraptor has that going for it that it will lose is that it does live 1 Ice Shard from Baxcalibur from full. It really doesn't do well after rocks, but there's not a lot of things I can do to prevent rocks from getting set up. So I think what I'm going to do is just lead with my Eelektross, which shuts down the Donphan for the most part. Knockoff's a little annoying, honestly, because I do like having my Assault Vest for something like the Goldango, but Giga Drain should be a 2 KO on it, and then I can Volt Switch on the following turn, potentially getting it out and keeping myself healthy. If it does go for Stealth Rock, it doesn't knock off my Assault Vest, so that's fine. If it does knock off my Assault Vest, it's not going to set up rocks. And so that's what we're going to be rocking with. Good luck to my opponent. Hopefully this battle goes smoothly, and we are able to pick up a W here this week, getting into our second finals of Scarlet and Violet in Paldea. That's a really good lead for me. Holy cow. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Thunderbolt just kills you. I could just go for Volt Switch, but I'm just going to click Thunderbolt. You could double into Donphan or you turn into Donphan here. But I get a little bit of a scout. If you go in Donphan, like, again, I don't mind. This is my answer to Donphan anyway. I could have just Giga Drained there, but, like, that wasn't worth it. So Donphan does come in here. Giga Drain would have been really nice, but I mean, it was just too tempting to click that. And we're just going to get a scout on how bulky this Donphan is with this Giga Drain. If it's, like, max HP and no special defense investment, this is a clean 2 at KO easily. So I'm not too stressed about it. I could have Giga Drained there again. If I wanted to make that read on turn 1, against an Iron Jugulus that could have potentially just not known that it was going to die to a Thunderbolt, that would have been okay. Gunk Shot comes out, misses from the Donphan. The fact that you went for Gunk Shot makes me feel like you might be... That's not Assault Vested. I was about to say it makes me feel like you might be Assault Vested. It doesn't look like it. Looks like Leftovers is, in fact, based on the fact that the Leftovers popped. So I could just go for another one. Flamethrower also might kill, but I could also go for a Volt Switch. I think I'm just going to Giga Drain, though. I don't really want to let things like Baxcalibur in for free, and I certainly don't want to let Baxcalibur in with a fire move. But unfortunately, I want to kill the Donphan. Also, we saw the Donphan outsped, which is kind of interesting because I do actually have speed. So this Donphan's running some speed as well. So it looks like a more offensive set. You're going to take about half from that, but we're going to get some of that back, and no rocks go up on my side of the battlefield. So Eelektross kills Donphan with Giga Drain. We're going to get some of that health back. Unfortunately, I did want to be really healthy. I mean, if I'd gone for 2 Giga Drains there, it would have been nice, but they missed the Gunk Shot, so it averages out to as if I had gone for 2 Giga Drains. That's kind of where I can think about it. So they're in a really interesting spot. They don't know I'm Assault Vested, necessarily, because they have no way of scouting for that at this moment in time up. So Azumarill is maybe one of their better options. They don't know how much speed I'm running, and if Azu's not running any speed, which it could or could not be, then I could outspeed it. Volt Switches are free now. Iron Jugulus doesn't kill me from here. Goldango doesn't kill me from here. And lets me get off a pretty free attack. So maybe Baxcalibur is their best option. They could certainly go into Baxcalibur here. I would Volt Switch if it's Baxcalibur 100 times out of 100. It's not going to do like anything, but I would certainly not let it get a Day Dance with no damage marked on it at all. If they do kill my Eelektross, not my favorite situation. It is the Azu. So if you are like Choice Banded Azu, then Aqua Jet doesn't kill me. Something like Play Rough does, but I'm just still gonna go for a Volt Switch here. See if I outspeed. It does go for the Play Rough. It does kill me. It doesn't confirm that it's banded. But I am gonna just let that happen. It's Life Orb. Okay. Electros with Play Rough. And we see a Life Orb. Okay. Interesting. So, Life Orb Azu. Slowking could come in here and be fine, and just Chilly Reception out. So I'm probably just going to do that. It's not my favorite play I've ever made in the world, but I'm just going to Chilly Reception here. If you do attack and stay in, then not a lot happens. You take some more Life Orb chip, and then I get into something else like the Garchomp for free after a little bit more Life Orb chip, which will help the Poison Jab that I have on Garchomp be able to do a little bit more damage to this. It doesn't kill, but it does a lot. So that's one option, and then it might kill if I Poison Jab, and so it just stays in Play Roughs. That did a lot. Surprised. No, it's just like pretty much max stack Adamant. All right. So we're gonna go for Chilly Reception, get out, get some health back, which is helpful. I could go Arcanine, but Arcanine does live one Aqua Jet. Doesn't love taking a Liquidation though, certainly. I could go into Staraptor, which lives in Aqua Jet and kills with Brave Bird from here potentially. So yeah, I'm just gonna go into that. Feels better to do that. Because Brave Bird actually has a chance to kill it, and if it doesn't kill, and it does stay in and kill me, then I have answers to it. It's okay. Like I just go into Arcanine and click E-Speed, then I don't have to worry about this thing damaging me, so... And Arcanine's very valuable. Staraptor's also very good here. Don't get me wrong, but getting that extra little chip from the extra Life Orb brings us down to 80%. We know that. This does 76 to 88%, so we are going to be able to just fire off a Brave Bird here. Goldango's you're switching? I guess? It seems like. Okay. Doesn't appreciate it. Does not appreciate it, tell you what. I kind of want to stay in. I also could go Arcanine here on the likely Make It Rain. But Arcanine's a better special answer, or physical answer, I mean. Slowking could come in on the Make It Rain, but doesn't want to take the follow-up Shadow Ball if it's not Specs. I could also just stay in and attack this thing, putting it in range of something like Garchomp, which would be kind of nice. Garchomp's pretty good, although Staraptor's also pretty good here, and they didn't get any hazards up. Slowking feels like my least valuable mon since it's weak to Iron Jugulus, doesn't outspeed the Azumarill, doesn't handle the Baxcalibur like at all anymore. So we'll go into Slowking here, just try to pivot through it, get in something safely. If it wow! So what's funny is I was sort of sacking the Slowking anyway, but if I had just stayed in, that would have been crazy. I did not see that play. Alright, that's interesting. Wow, I didn't see that coming. I'm gonna be honest. That was unexpected. Alright, well Arcanine comes in here and just clicks Flare Blitz pretty freely. Armarouge could come in on that. Baxcalibur could come in on that, so maybe not. Maybe Garchomp just clicks... Its Iron Jugulus is there, but I think I just want to set spikes here. Like, at least one layer of spikes seems important here. So yeah, we're going to just set up some spikes here. Wow, I will be honest, I didn't see a Shadow Ball coming there. Like, again, it was a sack of Slowking, like, anyway, that was sort of the point. I just wanted to scout out if you were choiced in any way, which I don't get to do because you clicked Shadow Ball, which is wild. But, yeah, I guess I just should have stayed in and clicked Brave Bird, which I actually was tempted to do. Like, I was on my radar of things to do. And then I would just kill this thing, or just get a free kill on something else. So spikes come out. We're going to scout out this set here. 1 layer of spikes, all I need. I don't need any more. I'm not looking for 3 layers of spikes. It's certain like types of battles and circumstances I would have gone for it, but right now I just want the 1. I think Iron Jugulus probably comes in here, but I'm going to click Earthquake anyway, which is maybe not my best play I've ever made. But because I set up 1 layer of spikes, they might be thinking that I'm tempted to set up 2. No, they're going to go Iron Jugulus. I thought about going Dragon Claw there, but it just didn't seem like it was going to be worth it. I should have just okay, wait. This person is playing 1 turn. They're playing me like right now. They're absolutely playing me. But they're like 1 turn behind what I keep expecting them to be, which is really interesting. I've got my 1 layer of spikes. I'm good with Garchomp having done what it did. Hurricane's going to miss. We're not going to stress about it. Because I'm a real good Pokemon player. And we're going to do a lot of damage with that. They went for a Hurricane. I'm not going to switch out. Same idea. Just click Dragon Claw. They're gonna land this one. So Iron Jugulus kills Garchomp with Hurricane. And this is where I'm going to go into Iron Valiant. We're going to set up Terra Speed. And I'm going to click Calm Mind and Terra Water. And we're going to hope that this is good enough. If they're specs, before I do this, Iron Valiant to Iron Jugulus. Oops. If they're specs, Hurricane, and I set up a Calm Mind, and I'm Water type. Oh, it still kills. We're going to Moonblast. You're going to Terra, and we're going Moonblast. We're not going to set up a Calm Mind, because that still kills me. I don't have to Terra here. I could have not Terra'd. But Terra Water, there's no punishment for it as far as I can tell. It just, like, the roster they have, it just, like, doesn't super get punished here. So we're okay with showing them Terra Water. And we're just going to Moonblast. I don't see a Roselli Berry, so we're not going to let this thing take me out with some sort of Specs Hurricane. So Iron Valiant kills Iron Jugulus with Moonblast. And I'm not sure what they're going to go into. I outspeed everything. If they go back Excalibur, there's a debate about Moonblast versus Close Combat here. Close Combat does marginally more than Moonblast just because of the base power, even though I have lower attack. It was for Chansey, that's why I have Close Combat, but it happens to do marginally more to back Excalibur. It's Azu that comes in. And it's Life Orb, and there's spikes up. So Play Rough has a chance. It's a roll to kill. Can Arcanine win this game? If Baxcalibur sets up, I think the game is over anyway. So I feel like I just Moonblast here and go for it. I don't think this kills. I don't think there's any chance this kills, but I'm just going to Moonblast here. Yeah, it doesn't kill. And Play Rough's going to miss, because we're really good at this game. Holy cannoli. Alright. Aqua Jet, that's not surprising. I get a little bit of damage off. I feel bad. I do. I will be honest. As much as these hacks are as bad or worse for my opponent than my previous battle in the PAC, I feel worse because it's a much more meaningful game. This is semifinals of the playoffs. That was week 4 of the league. So, yeah, definitely feel worse. That said, I got the damage off. It was going to take Life Orb Chip. I have Arcanine that can come in and click Extreme Speed against this. It has Flare Blitz for the Goldengo, Close Combat for the Baxcalibur. So Arcanine was going to be my answer. In comes Armarouge. I'm just going to click Shadow Ball. I'm not going to click Calm Mind here because I don't think I have the time to go for it, and I would like to get damage on this. So we're just going to Shadow Ball. And yeah, don't think it kills. Psychic comes out. We might live that, actually. Is that a crit? No, it's not a crit. Alright, so Armarouge kills Iron Valiant with Psychic. This is an interesting place for me to go into Staraptor over Arcanine, because Arcanine can take on the Baxcalibur just that much better, just a little bit better. So I'm going to go into Staraptor. I would love to keep the Intimidate in the back for Baxcalibur. I could here U-turn off the Goldango into Arcanine. But there's no reason, right? I fire off a Brave Bird, kill this, Baxcalibur comes in, clicks Dragon Dance, I click Brave Bird, it kills me, and then I go into Arcanine, E-Speed, and Flare Blitz into Goldango if I live the hit from it. That's going to be questionable, but yeah, we're going to try it. We're going to try it. Alright, Staraptor kills Armarouge with Brave Bird. So here's Baxcalibur. I'm still out of range of one Ice Shard. So Brave Bird's going to come out. Now I'm not. There's Dragon Dance. So E-Speed's going to kill this thing from Arcanine from this range. So I'm not stressed about it. We're just going to Brave Bird again. Okay, so you didn't go for a priority move. I am Scarfed. So Staraptor kills what is that? Baxcalibur with Brave Bird. Spikes come out. We're gonna go for another Brave Bird. That's gonna bring this thing to just a sliver. I can still lose this. 100% could still lose this, depending on what this set is on the Goldango. Focus Blast. I don't think that kills Arcanine from full, even if you're Specs. And I think I outspeed you if you are Specs. I do have enough speed to always outspeed Baxcalibur on the Arcanine. So Focus Blast. Choice Specs Focus Blast does a lot. But I'm just going to click Flare Blitz. There's some, just going to do it. We're going to outspeed. Okay. Goldango's going to go down. I genuinely do not know. Oops. Goldango kills Staraptor with Focus Blast. Arcanine kills Goldango with Flare Blitz. I will be honest, I genuinely don't know, without those misses, what the result of that battle is. I think when Azu missed Play Rough, it put them very much on the back foot. That was the one that really mattered. The Gunk Shot miss helped, but it wasn't super meaningful in the long run. The Iron Jugular missing a Hurricane didn't really matter because ultimately my play was going to be the same, which is I got a layer of spikes off when it switched in, or before it switched in on the Goldango, and then I got some damage on it, but it would have died to a Moonblast anyway, so it really didn't end up making that much of a difference. But the Azu Play Rough miss was huge for my opponent. Like, that was really, really meaningful because it meant that, besides the fact it could have been a roll, Aqua Jet would have killed afterwards, but what it meant, and they would have died to Life Orb Recoil, so my Iron Valiant would have been traded for the Azu no matter what. What it meant was that my Iron Valiant was able to do big damage to Armarouge, which, again, did that matter in the end? Staraptor, Armarouge, that's Armaldo, Armarouge, Reckless Brave Bird, depending on your investment, if you're like not max HP with spikes, it's a chance it kills. So like the game gets very shady though. Like after that, it's obviously way too much theory crafting, trying to figure out what the exact situation was. I recognize 100% that Rose, if you do watch this, which if I'm Rose, I probably don't watch this, but if you do, I recognize 100% that I was fully in my favor, all hacks. But at the same time, I felt like I played a good game, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy to be in finals, and I don't want to take anything away from Rose. I think Rose had an incredible season, is an incredible battler, and if Rose is uploading, definitely go check out their content because I think it's going to be incredible all throughout their career. This battle was still a very close battle despite all the hacks, which just goes to show just how strong they are. So that said, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all back here next week as we continue in the DDL for one more week our second consecutive finals appearance. We lost the last one, not in the DDL, in Generation 9. Yes, we have played 2 leagues that have made it to finals, and we have made it to finals in both. So can I win a finals battle this time? We didn't win it last time, but it's a good start to Generation 9 to say, hey, I've participated in 2 leagues, and I've made finals in both. Did I come as the 1 seed into playoffs? Nope. The last one I actually probably shouldn't have even qualified for playoffs. This one I dropped all the way down to 4 out of 6 that qualified for playoffs, but we're there. We make it to playoffs, and we get the wins when they count. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everybody.